Hey, this is Amir, and I'm in Julien-K, Orgy, and Dead by Sunrise.
And this is Ryan in all three bands as well, and you are watching Innerviewworld. Interview.
Okay.
Alright, you gonna do it again?
Do it again.
Alright. Hey, this is Amir from Orgy, Julien-K, and Dead by Sunrise.
And this is Ryan, and you are watching Innerviewworld. I think that Julien-K is much more unapologetically electronic. I think with Orgy, there was always a faction of the band that really did want to be a heavy rock band, and then you had a faction of the band that really wanted to be an electronic band. We sort of we went into this without the specter of guitars being the dominant form of sound in our audio in the project. The guitars sort of came later. We write everything. We start off raw electronic, and many of the songs stayed raw electronic songs. I think that I sing. I think that Amir probably agrees. I'm not as much of a rock singer. I write really, really well over electronic, over synth and program beats and stuff. It's just what makes me think of melody. So whereas Orgy,
he's kind of got a smoother voice, I guess, than someone like Chester or something.
Sure.
Definitely can go much more aggro.
So who's responsible for your sets?
We're like the Martha Stewart of goth.
Yeah.
I'd say Amir and I conceptualize a lot of it.
Polychrome,
our design firm.
The patterns and the graphics and stuff, and then between Polychrome and what's actually feasible to do technically when you're touring, because there's things that have to be rigged and moved on and off stage. We had to compromise a lot of the original ideas, but we were able to do some things on Project Revolution. And one of the things we did was that we would, on our last song, we would actually have all the crew come out and start to tear our set down, and everybody thought that they were trying to get us off stage, but we did that so we could play another song. But we had it all staged, so like piece by piece things were getting taken off, and it was fun because people were probably like, wow, these guys must really suck or something, because they're trying to get him the hell off the stage or something. But I think everybody got it after a while. It was fun though.
Now, were you also a hairdresser?
I was. I still am. I have 4 clients. I have Amir, Brandon, and Elias, and myself sometimes. I credit hair for even meeting these guys. Like I met Jay, and then we Jay introduced me to Amir, and our friendship was strengthened and coalesced over the salon chair. That's when we got to connect and identify. I learned everything I know about business from two ways. One of our best friends, Dr. Henry Nicholas, is the owner of a company called Broadcom. It was a whole other story in himself. And from doing hair. So,
wow,
it's very special.
That's good.
Something I hold dear.
What led to the collaboration with Scott Cutler and Aaron Previn?
At the time, we were courting our old A&R guy that actually signed Orgy, Matt Amerly, and we just kind of asked him, like, hey, if we were going to work with some songwriters, who should we work with? And he's like, you should work with Scott and Ann. They're great. And he sent us over some stuff, and we're like, oh, these guys, I know who they are, and they were already doing well, and were maybe a little more up and coming than they are now. Of course, now they're really big. So we actually had gone and written a couple of songs up in Canada with Foo, our other studio guy, and we had some ideas, and we brought them to them, and we were just like, we have all these sort of rough ideas, and kind of just threw them at them to see what they thought, and I think they gravitated to, was it Spiral first, or that other song? Yeah, I think it was Spiral. It wasn't called that, of course, yet, but, so we started working on that, and it came out really good. But I think it was really cool. It was a good experiment. I think something really good came out of it.
Eliasandra.
Or Elias.
The song Technical Difficulties. Why did you think he couldn't do the drumming to that?
We didn't think anyone could.
We just thought it was too
complicated.
Really?
It's all programmed in madness, like drum loops and craziness, you know, break beats and stuff like that.
We slowly started forming Julien-K, and he caught wind of it, and then kind of put his name into the hat. He's like, hey, I'm a really good drummer. And we're like, oh, okay, cool, you're a really good drummer. So is everybody. And then when we finally came time for auditions, we had all these drummers lined up because all these people, you know, from Orgy, we kind of got a lot of interest in everything. And, and then Elias was the first guy we auditioned, and he played Technical Difficulties with us, and we were just like, holy shit. So no one else auditioned.
So, what's in your future?
We work as hard as we can work and exploit whatever opportunity we can exploit. I mean, we have Dead by Sunrise coming out, which is Julien-K. It's the same band. Both records were written in the same sort of time frame, at the same time, in the same studio, with the same people. And it's just, you know, Dead by Sunrise is basically Chester being the primary writer. Julien-K is basically with Amir and I being the primary writer, and me singing, obviously, and Chester singing on the other one.
It's very different, though.
They're very, very different.
Both records are extremely different.
They're intertwined in a huge way. You know, we are the same group of people, and it's very organic. It's real. We really hang out together. We're together every day. And our fates are intertwined for these next 2 years at least, because Dead by Sunrise is going to be, I think there's some hit songs on that record. So it's going to be something that we're going to be, you know, Julien-K is going to be playing alongside Dead by Sunrise, going to be playing in between Dead by Sunrise. We're going to be, obviously, some of our schedules are going to start probably locking up just out of, you know, logistic necessity. And that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing, but it's very difficult to predict where we're going to be because honestly, we have to stay really loose and really spry and really open to doing things in a little bit more unique way and a little bit more. I mean, there might be situations where Julien-K would open for Dead by Sunrise. There might be situations where we're with Chester, we need to play some shows, and we're in Europe, so JK goes and plays Europe so that we're there for Chester. Then Dead by Sunrise plays some shows, then he goes back with Linkin Park, and then JK plays its way back home. All these things are possibilities, and they're all things that we have to just stay open for. Like right now, we're doing a press setup for Julien-K, and we're in the middle of recording Dead by Sunrise full time. So we're you know, right now Brandon and Elias are at the studio recording. Chester's up here doing press. We're doing press here, and then after this wraps up, we start back in the studio with Howard, recording or finishing a couple Dead by Sunrise songs. So that's sort of just what we do every day. There's a load of stuff that has to be done, and all of us have specific sort of duties that we sort of handle. You know, all of us have wear an alter ego in terms of like the organization and business wise, making these things happen. And a lot of it starts with Amir and I and Chester. So
yeah,
it's hard to predict.
I think we're kind of, you know, going to wait and see what happens. You know, we've got a lot of music coming out this year. You know, we've got our record. We've got the we scored a bunch of music for the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen video game for Activision, and that's coming out this summer. And we've actually we did like 30 minutes of music, so it's like we almost recorded another little mini record just for that game. And then you know, obviously Dead by Sunrise coming out after that, so there's a lot of stuff coming out.